Hi, welcome back to Chateau and Truffles. As we've had a break from all this rain we've been having, I thought I'd take advantage and go for a walk. With the recent bout of pneumonia I've had, I've been finding it really difficult to catch my breath, so I'm trying to increase the distance I walk each day. So today I thought we'd go up to the first truffle tree field that we ever planted, and we'll take Mella, Poppy and Max with us. Max is a dog that we recently rehomed. And on the way we have to go past the lime kilns and quarry, so I thought I'd show you that as they're really quite interesting. I've had to stop here at the top of the hill because I'm out of breath. This is one of our most recently planted truffle tree fields. Although it's not our usual mix, we've also got some lime trees in this field, which the perigal truffle also likes to grow on. I like this view because you have the view of the church in the local village of St Clow. It's not a great view of the house. You can see the derelict barn, which we've started taking down, although we're going to leave some of the walls because we're going to put in either a walled garden or a swimming pool area. We haven't decided yet, but I'll let you know when we have. I also love this area because it's a great place to come when there's shooting stars or meteorites. There's very little light pollution, so you get a great view. Now we're coming down into our old quarry. They used to make lime here, that's why we have the kilns. It used to have its own railway when they stopped quarrying the stone here. One to bring the stone in and the other to take the lime away. We bought the property off of the travelling family, and the three brothers decided to go into everyone's gardens and reclaim the old tracks and sell as scrap. Their attitude was that the tracks were from the old lime kilns, so they belonged to them. Don't think that went down too well with the locals though. And here you can see a picture of what the lime kilns used to look like. I'll show you the little house where there would always be two workers because the fires for the lime kilns had to be kept going 24 hours a day. As this house is here, after a lot of difficulty, we managed to get planning permission to build another house here. And we've been holding on to it for all these years, hoping to build ourselves a little retirement house. But now, after holding on to it for all these years, we've decided to sell it because we're very lucky. We've actually got another plot very similar to this, the other side of the property. This is the actual railway siding, but it's also access to the plot, which makes it really nice and secluded. Here we are at the truffle tree field. We call this field the forest show field, which in French means lime kilns. As I said, this was the first field we planted, and the trees here are coming into their 6th year. With all the rain we've been having, they've really enjoyed it and have put on a lot of new growth. And we have been lucky enough to get some small truffles off of some of the hazels in this field. Last year, the season just gone, was a really bad year for truffles. With all the rain, the truffles just seemed to rot in the ground. But I suppose that's the thing with farming. You have good years and you have bad years. Normally by now we'd be watering the trees, but again, because of all the rain we've been having, we haven't needed to. The trees in this field are all owned by investors. As well as the trees enjoying the rain, so does the grass and the weeds. And I've already had to get the boys to cut the field twice, but now it needs doing again. With the Lagotta's thick, dense coat, they're coming back from their walks soaking, and also the grass seed can be a problem for them. This is Mella. She was our first Lagotta. She's 5 years old and from Champion Lines, and a really good truffle hunter, and generally a great dog to own because she is such a character. At the moment, Lagottas have become really popular, so it's difficult to get a puppy with long waiting lists. So we've decided to make both our girls. One, because we need truffle hunting dogs all the time, and two, because we feel other people should be able to have the chance to own one of these wonderful dogs. This is Poppy. She is our other female, and she is too. And although she came from the same breeder, she has completely different Champion lines, and she has a completely different character. Then we have Max. He's a Russian import dog we rehomed. Again, he is really good pedigree line, and he's a great example of the breed. And although he has just been with us a short time, he is already doing great truffle hunting. So hopefully it will not be that long before we have some really nice puppies. But I will stress they will only be going to really good homes. This field is called the EDF field. We give the fields nicknames so that we know which field we're talking about when we're planning what maintenance to do. And we called it the EDF field simply because it has an EDF transformer on the edge of it. This is the second field we planted and has a different mix of trees. Here we've got some evergreen oaks, hazels and downy oaks. The trees in this field are all owned by us and are solely for our pension. The trees have been planted for 5 years now, and hopefully they should start producing a small amount of truffles this winter. Fingers crossed. We also have some beehives in this field. We just want to do our bit for the environment, although I suppose we do quite a bit with all the trees we plant. Unlike truffles, bees cannot be subjected to any chemicals or pesticides. Sadly, they don't do that well in this field. I think because they're on the edge of our land and the bees wander into neighbouring fields, where sometimes the farmers do spray pesticides, even though they promise to tell us if they're spraying. Unfortunately, they don't bother and we end up losing a whole hive of bees, which is really frustrating and unnecessary because all they have to do is let us know and we could shut them up for the night before and then they won't get killed. But we keep persevering because after all it benefits both his crops and the environment by having more bees. We also put some bird boxes in this field. In fact, we've put them all around the property. This is how we control the caterpillars on the truffle trees. We have in fact started making our own bird boxes because the ones we bought from the shop were such poor quality and have just fallen to pieces. Dogs to every field regularly to check them. We only grow the perigal truffle and now the alba truffle, so to make sure no summer truffles have sneaked onto the property, I bought Mella and Poppy. We've got this large hole in this field, which we've been filling up with rocks and branches from where we've cleared. One of our old French neighbours told us how it was where a bomb had gone off, but it was probably just a test hole for the quarry. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in part 2. This is our company, French Truffle Tree. This is what we do to fund the renovation and maintenance of our little chateau. We grow truffles and offer people the opportunity to adopt a tree. And then when their tree starts producing, we can send them their truffles or sell them on their behalf, offering a unique gift or a good investment to top up your pension. So if anyone is interested, take a look at our website. Also, if anyone is thinking of growing truffles and needs any help or advice, you can get in touch with us via our website. We might be able to help you avoid some of the mistakes we initially made.